have no idea the amount of hair this thing attracts. It's pretty nuts. Almost got it. Perfect. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Liberation Room. My name is Hanson, and today we're going to kick off Volume 1 of Tactical Gaming News with the V1033 Community Test Update from Ground Branch. To kick off Tactical Gaming News right, we're going to be hosting our first giveaway on this channel. That's right, I'm going to be giving away a copy of Ground Branch to one lucky individual from this video, so make sure you stay to the end to figure out how to be entered into that. All right, with all that picked up and out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the V1033 Community Test Update right now. This was the first drop they had back on December 30th. This is the one that's like, hey, it's out now, go get it. One thing you need to keep in mind is this section right here, the very important section. Make sure you do that. Just type this into your search, clear out that folder, type this into your search, clear out that folder, because if you don't, you could have some asset issues. All right, we're gonna skip past the Steam Winter Sale because that is over. However, if you want that for free, stick to the end. Let's go ahead and jump down. Okay, first thing I want to comment on is this sentence, this couple of sentences right here. Although we were hoping to release a stable V1033 before the end of the year, various performance issues made that ETA impossible to fulfill. As a result, we decided to open up the testing branch early in its current buggy state so players can start trying out new features and providing feedback on issues and performance on a wider range of PC specs. This is something I love to see, and the reason is because it's transparency. Those of us that are getting involved in the indie development of games like Direct Contact, Ready or Not, and Ground Branch, we understand that these aren't AAA title guys making these games. These are folks that may even have secondary jobs that are working on this game. And seeing this level of honesty in their update that, hey, we really wanted to get this done, but we really couldn't. We hope y'all understand. Here's the thing. It's a little bit messed up. Help us work on it. God, I love to see it. It's so fantastic. I love indie devs. Let's keep going. All right, so we're going to first go through the main features of this new update, and one of the big ones is the new weapons. All right, so we got the MK17 CQC, which is a shorter barrel STAR. We've got the MK17 DMR, which is a longer version STAR. We've got the AK105, the WZ88, the M24, the PKM, and the PMM. And not only that, they've also done a big update as far as the look of a lot of these weapons. So you can see if you're going through here, they did a lot of rework on the AK models, making them look way better. The M16A4 got an update in its look. The SVT and the M1911A1 all got an update to their look, or a complete replacement. We got a bunch of new weapon attachments like carry handle sight. Whoever wants to do that, you can have fun with it. Hand stop grip, and the reverse grip, which I'm a big fan of because that's what I run right here. So I'm really glad to see the reverse version of the BCM in a game. That's awesome. And they also brought in tan variants for all the 4 grips. And same as they did update some of the weapon models, they also updated some of the attachment models as well, from the AccuPower all the way down to the RMR, the LVPO, and the grips. All right, so a big one right here is character customization. I really like this new character, Male05, because he looks the most normal of all of them so far. I really love this feature right here, call sign, facial hair, and patches. And I'm gonna jump y'all into the game real quick so I can show that to you in more detail. All right, so here we are in the game, and to access what they're talking about, it's going to be here on the left-hand side of the screen where it shows your name, your call sign, your appearance, which I'm using Male 5, the option to have a full beard, and patches. Now, you might notice that this patch here is a little bit customized, and that's a sick new feature. I'm going to put a link down below to an article on how to do that. I don't want to take that from them. They wrote a very good article on it. There's a whole process in getting it added and, you know, setting up a custom folder and putting your patches in there. You have to have a certain pixel size, stuff like that. So I'm going to leave that article down in the link if you want to check that out. Right here, you can see also the identity. We're able to change our name to whatever we want it to be. I've just been using dlib, just a shortened version of my channel name, and my call sign from work is what I've been using. So, and also the option for a full beard is pretty sick, and it kind of makes the people look a little more normal. Maybe because I'm used to seeing beards in myself. I don't know. They also added a new night vision filter option, which is the white phosphor that you can use in the PVS 15 and the GP-NVG 18. Right down here, we got visuals and graphics. So good news if you have an NVIDIA card that you're struggling with, you can now activate NVIDIA DLSS and NVIDIA Reflex to boost your performance in the game, which is a big help for a lot of people. Which with all this scalping and stuff and crazy graphics card costs and stuff and people putting off buying newer cards, this is a godsend. All right, so here's one that jumped out at me when I first read over this. A first pass of the bird flocks was added to several maps. When I get involved in the game, I kind of lose myself and start just playing, and I haven't looked for these bird flocks, but It's such a small detail, but I love when games include small details like flocks of birds, because it's the small things like that that compound on each other to make a epic game that you can get lost in. And again, more optimization here to make your computer have a little less of a struggle bus. Detailed in reports 11 and 12, audio is optimized to reduce CPU usage considerably. So that's a great thing to see. All right, here's a big one that I'm sure a lot of you are going to be excited about. We got a new map, and it is Docks. Now, they're specifically asking for feedback on this map in particular, so go ahead and check out their Discord where you can make comments on issues you may find. They greatly appreciate that. It's helping them make the game even better. I'll leave the link to their Discord as well as my Discord down below in the description. I'm going to have another video later on about the Docks map and a playthrough of it with some buddies of mine, so stay tuned for that. They also overhauled the depot map, overhauled the storage facility map, and tweaked Creek and Small Town for flow playability sake, and too many minor tweaks to list to these maps. I'm sure it's like moving the ground a little bit above the trees, people don't get stuck in an area, crazy crap like that, so I understand them saying that. Some animation stuff, they took a first pass on switching night vision goggles up and down, flipping your magnifier over, which is pretty sick. I've been using that a lot. I love that magnifier. And throwing the magnification switch lever on the Spectre DR1 through 4. And also a big one, enemy AI will now play a stunned animation when under the effect of a flashbang. So that's a pretty obvious one that we needed. So next section here, UI. We've got a new loadout saving system where it tries to recommend a loadout name for you. I'm not sure how much that'll get used. I tend to name my own stuff. But we also have a new build display option. Menu now allows stacking builds to reduce clutter. So it's cleaning it up a lot. Also right here, custom player created builds are now better highlighted. I'll show you what I mean right now. Just to overlay, but it does help out a lot when you're going through trying to find your loadout. All right, so we're near the end here, but this game modes and multiplayer section has some pretty interesting changes. For intel retrieval, enemies will now search for players once the intel laptop is retrieved. I have noticed this. When I pick up that laptop, I start to get swarmed. So it makes for a pretty cool extraction when you're fighting off bad guys on your way out. Pretty cool little ad there. They also attempt to intercept you at the extraction point. That's true too. When I show up at the extraction, I've got like 2, 1, 3 guys there waiting on me to try to screw up my game. Not happening. So I don't do much terrorist hunt, but I do love this factor here. Enemies will now, well, again, rush players once down to their last few individuals, which is realistic. If you were fighting a force and you realize that they're getting weak, you would push. You would, try to keep that momentum and put them all down. So that's a cool ad. I'm glad that's there. Enemy AI now has a basic light detection system to prevent them from spotting players if hidden in the shadows, improving nighttime gameplay substantially. And this is true. It's awesome that now if I'm in the dark where they should not be able to see me, they will not see me. There's also known issues and further notices. If you would like to read through those, just go ahead and pause the screen and read through them, or go check them out on Steam on their page and read through them yourself. I'm not going to bore you reading through all those. All right, so that's going to be it for the big drop that they had. Telling you how to get into the community test update and things like that. But if you keep scrolling up, there's several other hotfixes that they've been dropping very, very regularly, asking for crash reports. If you hit them, let them know in the Discord or elsewhere in the game. Look at all these. There's so many things that they're fixing. They're adding things on the fly. There's so much going on with this game that you need to get involved in. That brings us to the end of Tactical Gaming News for this segment, guys, but let's go ahead and talk about how you can get your hands on Ground Branch through this giveaway. There's going to be 2 things you need to do. First of which is to make sure you're following me on Twitch, which is where we play a lot of live stream with tactical games. We play with other people. We're setting up a community play further down the road where I'm playing with you guys. And that's the first thing you need to do. All right, and then from Twitch or come back to here and go there, I'm going to have a link in both places. Go to my Twitter and make sure you're following me on Twitter, which is where I'm going to be announcing the winner in 1 week. So make sure you're jumping on this, guys. Now, per YouTube's policies and procedures and stuff, I'm not allowed to tell you, hey, subscribing to the YouTube channel is how to be entered into the giveaway, because that alters my analytics. So I'm not telling you to subscribe to the YouTube channel for that reason. But it'd be pretty sick if you did anyway, just to go ahead and support the channel. If you want to see more content like this, I do plan to do more giveaways. I'm thinking maybe every 10 gaming news episodes or something like that. I'm not sure yet, but we will have another one in the future. That being said, if you're excited for the game and the giveaway, go ahead and comment down below why you're excited about this game and what gets you going with it. So we're going to see you guys in the next video. I hope you stay safe. I hope you stay happy. Peace out.